So starting off with Group A, we have Ajax, Liverpool, Namples, and Rangers. So who I think will come up first, in my opinion, easily Liverpool. Let's not argue. They have the best team. They got to the last Champions League. So I think they'll finish first. Now for the second, I think it's going to be Ajax, because Ajax have a really good team right now. Their attack is really solid. I couldn't name any players because I don't watch Ajax, and I don't watch their league. I don't know what league they're in, but I do not watch this. So I'm only a professional in the Premier League and not in other leagues. Then I think it's going to be Naples because screw that. I actually think. And for the third, I think it's going to be Rangers because they have an absolutely crazy fan base. They're going to turn up during the game and affect who are going to win and lose. And then for the last stage, it's going to be Naples. But Naples still have a really strong team. So they still have Oshiman. And if he turns up, he could change Napoli from being fourth to maybe second. But I don't see this happening. So this is my predictions. Now for Group B, Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, and Club de Bruges. Easily Atletico number one. Secondly, I think it's going to be Leverkusen. Thirdly, Porto. No, actually, thirdly, Club de Bruges, and then Porto. So yeah. Now for Group C, the group of death. Bayern, Barcelona, Inter, and Victoria Plens. So here in this group stage, we can see really strong teams such as Bayern, Barcelona, Inter. So in my opinion, easily Victoria Plens fourth, without a doubt. Inter third. They still have Lukaku, Martinez. They're still really good, but I think third is going to be good for them. And now the two big giants, Barcelona or Bayern. Now Bayern, people say they will win the Champions League, but in my opinion, I don't think so. They could have won last season and they didn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if they won. They have Sadio Mane, their new signing, and this is only going to improve the team. They lost Lewandowski, one of their best strikers they ever had. Their whole team seems pretty solid from goalkeeping to defense, midfield, and attack. But if we look at Barcelona, on the other hand, they had a really bad run of fixtures. They switched their manager to Xavi. He changed things up. He got a lot of new signings, absolutely crazy signings. Lewandowski, obviously. And then in this team, you still have really good players like Messi. No, I'm joking. He's not there. They're going to come in strong for this Champions League. And in my opinion, Barcelona are going to finish first and Bayern second. So Group D, Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Marseille. So Tottenham first, easily. I already talked about it on the last two videos. They got a lot of new signings. Absolutely team improved. And so for that, Tottenham number one. Secondly, in my opinion, I think it's going to be Marseille. Because Marseille is a pretty good team. They have a lot of supporters, which is going to affect the game. And this is why I think Marseille are going to be second. Now, Frankfurt and Sporting are also just as good as the three other teams. So this is really hard for me to make a decision. But if I had to choose, I'll put Sporting in last. Then in third, I'll put Frankfurt, and then Marseille, and then Tottenham. But it's a really hard choice. Now for Group E. So first, Chelsea. They got Sterling. They got a lot of new players. Chelsea number one. Milan second. Although Milan are still good, they could outthrone Chelsea in this group. But I think Chelsea are still going to pursue and just win because it's Chelsea, Salzburg third, and Dinamo Zagreb, last. Now for Group F, Real Madrid, the team who won the Champions League last season, Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, and then Celtic. So in my opinion, Real Madrid number one. Do I have to give arguments for this? I don't think so. Leipzig second, Celtic third. Ooh, actually, Celtic second, Leipzig third, fourth. The reason why I think Celtic will actually outbeat Leipzig is because of their fan base. Their fan base are absolutely crazy. They're going to support their club, sing for their club, have a crazy atmosphere for their club, and beat all the other teams except for Real Madrid because they're too strong. Now for Group G, Man City, Seville, Dortmund, and Copenhagen. Man City number 1, Dortmund number 2. Oh, this is hard, you know. Now, I'm going to put Seville number 2. I don't think Dortmund will go this far because they sold Haaland. They lost really good players. Aubameyang, one of them. I don't know who else from the top of my head. But they lost a lot of good players. If they would have kept those players, maybe Dortmund would have been better. And Copenhagen number 4. Now for Group H. So Paris, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa. Paris Saint-Germain, obviously they have a really strong team, but this team plays in the farmer league. I mean, they always finish number 1. Like, it's not an entertaining league to watch. If you have a team that always finishes number 1, there's no excitement. You'll just know who wins before the match even starts. So Paris Saint-Germain, I think it's a really good, strong team, but they live in an atmosphere where games are too easy for them. If they go in an atmosphere where things are harder for them, they'll learn more and they'll become stronger. I think Paris will finish first. They have really good players. Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. I mean, that's the best trio that we'll see in the next 10 decades. But he still can't put this work into winning. I mean, they win a lot, but it's easy. Like, it's easy games. You're always gonna win easy games if you're PSG. But against other teams, they got to the final against Bayern and lost. Second, Juventus, and then Benfica. Benfica played really well last season, although they lost Nunes, which is one of their good players. But Benfica third, Maccabi Haifa fourth. Now, this is my Champions League prediction. I could be wrong, I could be right.